Alright, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Celestian Tales Old North. So I checked the logbook between videos, and it indicated that I should come back and sleep. Should I rest now? Yeah, let's rest now, because I've done pretty much everything that I think there is to do. I've walked around town. Alright. Nice music. Now where am I going? Do I go to the stables now? I don't know why. Oh look, something's happening. Young master, the master at arms is waiting for you at the stables. Please meet him as soon as you're able to. That's the longer way of saying as soon as possible. Now let's go there as soon as possible, because I don't have anything else to do. What would happen if I tried to leave right now? Would the game stop me from leaving? Oh, it'll just take over. You're late, Squire. Get here and start working. On what? Now listen up, Squires. Horses are not merely beasts of burden, they are crucial companions for a knight. A horse gives one great advantages in combat, such as mobility and power from momentum. A lance strike from a mounted impact can devastate even the toughest of foes in a single impact. But power and mobility aren't the greatest advantage these horses give. Instead, it is to be noticeable. Mounted commanders are easily seen by their foot soldiers. Their commands can be better heard. Baron Riviere, the legendary knight known as the Moonblade, is known to be very skilled at mounted combat. A knight's mount is a status symbol. Such were his words of wisdom. This is an outrage. Why must we wallow in this cesspit? We are learning to be knights, are we not? We are not on top of these horses. We should be on top of these horses, not behind them. You're standing nowhere near a horse. Seriously. Unfortunately, Princess, that only applies to knights, not squires. And what is the point of doing this? It is useless to learn what we will never need to do. To do this again or not is not the point of training, Squire. Yes, you will probably never do this again, but somebody will have to do it. Somebody will have to clean your horses for you so that you can sit and lounge around lazily. Someone will have to feed them so that they have the strength to carry you on their backs. Do you even notice that there are people, real people, doing these things for you? All ellipsis and synchrony. Synchrony is a word, isn't it? I'm gonna make it a word. It's just like I thought. This is the perfect training for you. I'll be back in a while. Don't stop picking up those nice, squishy balls of dung. Okay, so that's just things that they're not animating. Grr. So when Lord Elaine talked about duty, he meant shoveling shit out of the stable. The Master at Arms did have a point there, though. Most nobles tend to forget that there are people doing the small things we take for granted. I know, but still. Sigh. I guess this is not the training I imagined it should be. Thou and I both, Renard. This kind of lowly task is truly beneath nobility. Eek! Please don't bite me. Don't worry, Camille. She's quite sweet, see? See? You pat her like this. She won't bite you if you're nice to her. I see. I'm not quite used to all these, tasks. As with me, I would imagine none of us is. Yet it seems Lucien and Isaac are unmoved by this horrible stench. How can you stand it? Me? Well, it's a bit different for me. I've been in Leroy Cavalry since I was 14. I'm used to horses by now. 14! I would imagine thou need some training before being accepted into the ranks. Or was it beneath thou were a Leroy the cavalry allowed thee in at such youth? Of course not. The Leroy holds their banner with pride, and even I have to earn my place there. It's why my lord uncle started teaching me to fight ever since I could handle a weapon. Back when I was 7, if I recall correctly. 7? Dear days, isn't it rare for a girl to train so early? Maybe. But I've been watching Lord Uncle since I was little, though, so it wasn't that odd for me. I guess if it's the Ravager that teaches you, it's to be expected. Wait, what? You were trained by the Ravager himself? He's my uncle. There's nothing weird about being taught by your uncle. Yes, but not everyone has the privilege of being the pupil of the legendary Lord Severin. Lee is lost. Who is this person you're talking about? Lord Severin Leroy is also named the Ravager, perhaps the greatest swordsman alive in the realm. Legend has it that he won 100 wars and has never been defeated in battle. I think I've heard about him battling the Fey forces as well. Did the elves never talk of him? No, not really. We don't speak of humans that much in general. Lee used to think that you are enigmatic creatures roaming the world among the outside the forests. If anyone is enigmatic, that would be your elves, Leanne. Anyway, I want to personally see what someone trained by the Ravager can do. Is that a challenge, Della Fort? Hey, stop chatting and finish your work, squires. If you don't work faster, I'll make you clean the chamber pots as well. Okay, that changes things. Finished at last. Now can we take a bath, Master at Arms? A bath? Far from it. Your task for the day is merely halfway done. See this entire carriage of dung? You have to deliver it to Mudtown, west of the city. Mudtown? Is it a town made of mud? No, not really. So why is it called Mudtown? Because there's a river and it's muddy? I don't know, kid, it's just a name. Isn't that like a nickname for Boston or something? Like the Casey at Bat poem? Wasn't it like Mudville or something like that and they're referring to Boston? I don't know. So why are we taking the dung pile there? Do they need it for something? For fertilizers. Gotta send them fresh to the villages so they can grow us good vegetables. What's that I hear? Did you say chuckle at me, boy? Ha! Another timid squire, I see. Not brave enough to admit what he did. Is that how you want to live your nightly life, Isaac? Hiding when you're confronted? Is that some kind of wussy life one you're aiming for? If not, then tell it to my face. Manure isn't used fresh, Master at Arms. They have to compost for weeks before it can be used. If you use it straight from the horse, there won't be vegetables that grow, but weeds. Really? Yes. Fresh dung contains too much water, which makes it easy for weeds to grow. If let to compost, the dung will dry up, which makes it easier for vegetables to grow. That's surprisingly insightful, Isaac. There. Not so hard, isn't it, Squire? There should be a comment in there. Now, instead of being known for meek, others will think you're knowledgeable. You do seem to have know-how about agriculture. Do plainsmen do a lot of farming? Not that much. I just learned about it. Now listen up, squires. This is a very important lesson. More often than not, traveling is a dangerous task. Everywhere, roads are infested with wild animals and criminals alike. To mitigate those disasters, you should split into parties of 3 and prepare for encounters. A party of 3 can work together. More than that, and the fight turns into cluttered and chaotic. I don't know if that applies to real life or RPGs or both. Probably RPGs. Also, while the 3 stand in the front lines, the others can handle the tasks, such as guarding the cart. I would prefer to take the vanguard rather than being in the proximity of such this horrendous stench. Me too, let me go ahead and swing my axe. You know, it'll take a while to have all you fight over who does what. So here's how it'll go. Bernard, pick 2 to go with you and range ahead. The rest will stay with the cart and depart a few minutes after you. Yeah! At least it's time to fight some wild animals. Alright, a character has joined your party. You can switch active party members and to reserve at any time out of combat. To access it, do the menu and change the party composition, or whatever those words said. The active party is the team that will fight the battles. The party leader cannot be set to reserve and must always remain in the active party. Do you understand what I'm saying, squires? I think I got it. Alright, it's surprising how much easier this is to understand when you're reading it aloud than when you're reading it silently. I should do this more often. Be careful out there. Be careful of wild mongrels out there. The mountain roads can be treacherous. Alright, so how do I do this? Let's hit the Y button. Party! Select character. Who looks coolest? You have glasses, so you're cool. I wear glasses. You have pointy ears, so you're also cool, but you also have, like, funny armor. I'm gonna go with the funny armor. Wait. How do I... Oh. I see. Who did I say? Okay, so glasses, funny armor, and axe. I think those people are pretty cool. Let's see. So, I see now. There's the party, which is these 3, and there's the reserve, which is these 3. So that's, not something I'm entirely unused to. Let's get out of here. And where do I go from here? I think I want to go out. Like, where's out? Those are boxes with trees in them. Can I go out this way? No, this entrance to this area is currently restricted. Boy, is my voice tired. My voice should not be tired after reading like an hour's worth of cutscene dialogue, because that is not that much. I haven't exactly done a whole lot of recording today, so I don't know what's up. What about... is there something this way? This way? Have I been here before? Ooh, I have not been here before. There was somebody blocking the way here earlier, wasn't there? Alright, more Z fighting. I saw that flicker. Flicker. Come on, flicker. Alright, screw you too. Let's see. Mudville, or Mudtown or whatever is out to the east, I think. Alright, so I'm gonna fight this. Alright, so I see now I'm getting experience out of battle, so it must have been just disabled earlier in the prologue area. Okay. It also seems like I'm getting experience for the entire party and not for individual characters, which is kind of cool. Alright, it's not that I don't like spiders, but I'm kind of glad that we don't have spiders of this scale here in New Jersey. Anyway, what is forked paths? Again, I said earlier that I get some possibly unnecessary anxiety over forked paths because I don't know if... Ooh, look. Coat of Vitality. Because anyway, I don't know if I'll be able to, like, return, and if I've taken the right path and that kind of thing. So, alright, so this is the way that I'm supposed to go. Like, if I hadn't... Ooh, there it is, the cart from Levantine has arrived. Hello. Greetings, villagers. You're here to deliver the contents of this cart on behalf of Lord Elaine. Look at that, such a big pile. Urgh, indeed, and the stench is sickening. Is it really? Ha ha ha. It somewhat is, but at least there were beasts to fight. I thought it was going to be a boring trip, but it was kind of fun, I'd say. Why are you so happy to hurt animals, Renard? Do humans find it fun? Of course, the heat of combat, the feeling of your weapon hitting a foe, it's exhilarating. Lee doesn't understand. Don't worry, Lee. Me neither. Well, too bad, because you have glasses, so you're in the fight. The cart is yours now. Please take care of it. We will, miss. Please inform Lord Levant that we are truly grateful for this. Now hast I seen someone happy over. Never hast I seen. Read it yourself. In the castle, the heap is nothing but filth, but here they have their uses, turning filth into something useful. Lord Elaine does know what his people need. Lee thinks it's very clever. She will tell her mother about this one day. Is this how a wise man rules? Duty to the people, huh? At any rate, we should return. The sun will set soon. Right now, desire embrace no bound, Lucien. Endurance no bound. Embrace. The little bubble on the D is going the other way. I would assume that it does not. Why don't we have a look around for a bit before walking back? Seeing how the commoners are doing is part of a noble's duty too, right? Yeah, sure. It's a good idea, really. Let's take a rest for a while before going back. Okay. So we can do this. What do you have to say? We used to grow a lot of crops, but lately the soil isn't that good anymore. I see a sparkly... Oh, that's the essay point. Since Lord Levant began sending us huge piles of dung, though, things are getting better again. How nice. Should I save? We're still in the same recording session as before, so I'm gonna not overwrite. Village of Mudtown. Let me see. So again, the river effects. You are an NPC. The river's currents used to be so strong that there was no fishes around here. But since Lord Levant built the watermill, not only are there fishes, but we often get big catches too. Alright, that's cool. Can I see this watermill? Okay, so it's not turning. It's bubbling. But, okay, so I can go in this door. It's a little inconsistent. There's nothing in here. Golden Sun has taught me to check every barrel, but nothing in this barrel. Alright. Let's get out of here. Did I see another sparkly, or was that just a shadow being weird? I take it that was just a shadow being weird. Or I was just seeing things. What now? Lee likes this village. It's so peaceful. So different from the city and the castle, and I like the music too. The village reminds Lee of her home. Too many humans live like this. Unfortunately, Mudtown is an exception. Since it's only reachable from Levantine, the village has been safe from the outlaws. Not many can say the same. Indeed, prosperous villages are rare out there, and if there are any, they often become ripe targets for bandits and marauders. The realm is a dangerous place, Leanne. It's not always like this. Sometimes people are so poor they have no choice but to become bandits. If living honest lives isn't enough to feed their families, then still they must pay taxes to the nobles. Wouldn't you do that as well? We may see outlaws simply from the surface, but there's always a bigger story behind it. Nobody wants to be criminals because they're born evil. Isaac, there is no need to put ourselves in that place. Days Valorous created the lowborns to serve us, the noble castle. In turn, we are to guide and protect them. 'Tis how the Days wrote the world, and 'tis how it should be. If one cannot afford to pay taxes, they must serve the realm in other ways, such as becoming soldiers. Never is there an excuse to take what is not rightfully thine. Such atrocities simply cannot be justified. Hey, I agree with that. Soldiering is much more exciting than a peaceful life anyway. Seriously, don't people get bored here? If there's no fights, no dangers, I'd die in a week. Hey, boy. Yes, you there. Oh, he's in trouble now. Or... he's not... Oh, Renardo's talking. You, come here. Ow. I almost pulled the headphones out of the computer. You there! Yes, master, did you call for me? Are there any giant beasts around here that we can hunt? Any renegades we can squash? Oh my god, I would facepalm right now if that wouldn't knock the headphones off my head. See? It's so boring. Don't you agree with me, kid? Well, a bit. And there are always giant beasts, robbers, renegades outside, master. I've always wanted to leave this village and travel, but I don't know what's out there. You should be thankful you have good crops every year and do not starve. Some villages out there are starving to death. If these kinds of people do not leave their homes, if those kinds of people want to leave their homes, I can understand. But here, this village is already far better off than most in the realm. Why would everybody want to leave? It's my father, young master. I want to go outside the village and look for him. He hasn't returned for years, and I haven't heard anything from him. But I'm sure he must be out there, somewhere. Well, that's a good reason. Are you sure you want to do that? It's a dangerous world out there. A different kind of place than the peaceful village. A boy like you couldn't survive for long. How are you going to find him if you can't take care of yourself? I guess you're right, miss. A kid like me would have little chance of fighting beasts or bandits, but I can always avoid them, right? Avoiding enemies might be easy at first glance, but life isn't that simple. There will inevitably be encounters that you'll have no choice but to face. The more you avoid enemies, the less you'll be trained to fight. The less you'll be trained physically and mentally. There'll be fewer fights, but the ones you have to face will be harder. That sounds like a metaphor for RPG logic. Thinking face. That doesn't just go for you, it goes for us as well. That's why it's not always it is not always why to avoid enemies just because we're lazy. Okay, there you have it, RPG logic. I see then. I guess I should start training from now on. After everything else you said, you're still going to leave the village someday. Of course, master. If words can put my spirits down, how am I ever going to find my father? Haha, look at this young lad. More villages should learn from your confidence. What's your name, brave kid? It's Cameron, master. Cameron, huh? Good luck finding your father. If we ever meet again, tell me what you've seen in your travels. Now get back to what you were doing. The crops won't farm themselves, you know. Will do, master. Thank you for encouraging me. Alright. And you shouldn't have encouraged him, Renard. He's but a kid. Ha! The girl who started wielding a weapon at 7 wants to lecture me about this. It's getting late. We should get going. Master at Arms must be waiting for us. Alright. So we can explore again. And here's a sparkly. Come on, it's sparkling! There we go. Aged necklace. I don't know why I couldn't pick it up from this direction. But, let's see, I can come in here. And the barrels to check. I'm probably realistically not going to check every barrel. Only maybe if there's like something that pops up above my head when I talk to the when I stand in front of the barrel, but probably not everyone. And the collision on these benches is very weird indeed. Alright, let's get out of here. No point stealing food or anything like that. Let me see. You there! My town is small, but it's got fresh local goods second to none. Okay, so you're gonna sell me stuff. I have 0 livre. What do I have to sell? Okay, so I have some raw meat, some mana, some spider-leg, some fang, code of vitality, and aged necklace. I don't think so. Alright, let's go at it. Let's back out of the menu. Um, let me see. Anything else? More sparkly. Again, I can't pick it up from here. I should definitely be able to pick up the sparkly from the other direction. Tiny wooden crystal, or whatever it said. Wooden crystal. It did not say wooden crystal, but I don't know what it did say. Alright. That's nice, I guess. Sometimes even in their 20s. Alright, no comment. Now, can I actually interact with anything in this farm? No, it doesn't look like it. By the way. Oh. Oh wait, there's an opening here. What happens if I talk to you again? Alright, so, or you could pick up like a stick and start poking them with it, because I'm sure that won't end badly for you at all. What's in here? Nothing? Barrels, yes, indeed. Nothing in barrels, or the planters, or anything else. I wish they would put like some NPCs in here, like watering the planters, or doing something with the barrels, or cooking food, or something like that. But, whatever. Thank you for delivering the dungs, masters and mistresses. Okay. That's locked. And that's all you're gonna say? I think that's it for now, though. I take it there's nothing else I can do besides go back. Alright, let me save. And I'm gonna end this off. No, don't load. And I'm gonna end this off here. So, my name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed this. Celestian Tales Old North, and I'll see you all later.